Good morning. Welcome to the Las Vegas Ice Center for this 2018 Las Vegas Invitational Tournament game. High school game featuring the South Bay Stingrays and Santa Rosa Flyers. And this one flipped ahead. Long touches it back across for Rodriguez. Taken here by Krieger. And now Bradley kicks it ahead for Krieger, and the backhand there is sucked and held by Dressing. Here is Glantz. Glantz takes it ahead. Now try to drop it off, and now carry back here by Heskett. And steer back in. Seigel on around. Yarborough. And flipped ahead there by Winter. Cruz. Lost it. Seigel back for it. Steers ahead. Knocked down by Davis. Davis a backhand to the corner. Seigel taking it. Try to flip ahead for Hanson. Brought back in by Johnson. Johnson trying to center for Cruz. And touched ahead by Hanson. And a bump from behind in the corner. Cruz. Touched up there by the Flyers. And a penalty to Travis Yarbrough. Picks up the minor for cross-checking. And Jacoby tried to send it back in front. Johnson walks in, one a chance, kicks on goal, and is held on to by Dressick. Hoisted on ahead, Jack Johnson. Now Stephen Jacoby tried to send it ahead. Looked ahead there, knocked back in by Greeley. Krieger sends it ahead, hoisted back out by Petrus. Johnson. Watched by Petrus, and Johnson lifts it across to Rodriguez. Steps on by, getting to it, and hoisting it out is Krieger. Gimza back in. This one off of Rodriguez, touched on the head for Auerbach. And taken away by Glantz. Moves in, fires, saved by Fish. No further play, 12 minutes to go in the first. Scoreless so far. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Stingrays. Belda lost it, now taken back here by Heskett. Plays it ahead, and now it's Mamana handing it off for Hirsch. Hirsch looks in front. Mamana, chance save by Dressick. And no further play. Going back across is Heskett. Looks for Alejandro Cruz and goes for an icing on the Stingrays. From the corner, Casper. Seigel throws it around. Charbonnier keeps it in. And now Ishida. Back in it goes. Krieger. Charbonnier back in. Taken here by Cruz. Cruz sends it ahead. And now Casper. And Bradley plays it across. Looking ahead is behind Stefanski. And Bradley has to go back for this. To the backhand now. Stepped in behind. Bradley. Taken in behind, kicked out here. And this is Gimza. Johnson looking, firing, save by Dressick. Over to it was Greeley. And he kicks back in, offside here. 10 minutes to go in the first. Scoreless so far. Back it comes for Yarbrough. He scales it ahead. Now Rodriguez back in. And Yarbrough with that. Trying to send it ahead is Seigel. Looking for it is Greeley. Flip back in by Johnson. And dropped on back for Yarbrough. Trying to keep it in is Johnson. To the corner now, Coop. Tries to take it away, stepped into. Now looking in front is Petrus. It wouldn't go. Trying to step on through is Johnson. Johnson to the corner, scales it up ahead, now to center. And across it comes for Yarbrough. On ahead, knocked down by Heskett. Winner on ahead, Fortune knocks it down. Johnson turns away. Now carries it in himself. Deals it back in, but on a delayed offside. They touch up and the arm comes down. Glantz goes across. Can't quite connect with Hansen. Now from the corner, Cruz stepping in there. Kicks it along. Carlos Cruz now sends it ahead. Too far for Alejandro. Taken in behind by Bradley. Glantz scales it ahead. Dropped on back for Wong. Now Cruz. Tried to steer it ahead. And steer back in by Auerbach. Heskett. Glantz lost it. Chance comes in. Save by Dressick. Seven and a half to go in the first period, and Rodriguez just lost his footing near the Zamboni door. Dealt it on back, now taken ahead here by Davis. He's bumped into Cruz, sent it ahead. Now the Flyers with it, Winter gathers it back in, took a bump from Cruz. And Hirsch sends it across. Carlos Cruz. Long Hirsch kicks it ahead. Flipped on back ahead. Hirsch. And Casper. Bradley looks across. Bump was taken in there. This one scaled back in. Now across here, Stefanski. Scaled along. Yarbrough. Brought in offside. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first. Scoreless game so far. Seigel flipped that one ahead and steered back in by Greeley. On across, hoping for Casper. And Coop touches it back in. Belda walks back in. Belda now from the corner trying to spin it in front. And this is Yarbrough sending it around. Kept by Johnson. Now Greeley looks, and it's on behind. Selden out from the corner. Took a bump there from Seigel. And this is Johnson. Looks ahead, touched along by Ishida. Dropped ahead by Auerbach. And Bradley on ahead, bumped into was Coop. Heskett with this. Heskett trying to jump on through. Now looks in front, and they score. As Jackson Gimza in front. And it's the South Bay Stingrays ahead. 1-0 early on here in the opening period. Krieger. Sends it across. Fortune. The goal to Gims, assist to Heskett. Heskett looking for more on the doorstep. And it wouldn't go. Wong trying to skip it in. Taken there, lifted ahead by Bradley, but kept in by Gimza. Spins to the corner after putting the brakes on. Gimza. And Bradley. Lift ahead. Now Wong. Rodriguez tries to go back in from the corner now. Took a bump from Yarbrough. Tucked down low by Rodriguez. Stopping with that was Krieger. And Cruz bumped into Davis now from the corner. Kicked ahead by Krieger. Now Rodriguez on for Davis. Davis walks in, fired, saved by Dresick. And another bump there, Cruz. Hooked ahead by Davis. And carried back in by Casper. He sends that one just high. And it ricochets along the boards and all the way back. Seigel now taking it, and it's covered up there by Dresick. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first. And Coop now with it. Sends it across for Petrus. Now Cruz. Dropped it off. And dropped on back there by Winter. Auerbach here. Sends it along for Hirsch. And now Jacoby. He's bumped into. Auerbach ahead. Now along Hamana. Hamana walks in. A chance is fired. Dresick makes the save. And it's lifted all the way back down. Goes for an icing. 2 minutes to go in the first. chance there, steered ahead and brought back. Now the centering feed just out of the reach there. Behind Johnson, Yarbrough to it. And taken away here by Belda. Belda. Watch there by Seigel. And Wong keeps it in. Seigel down low. In behind the goal. Now looks ahead for Casper. Chip back in. Wong to it. Steers it along there. Belda. And now Heskett. Heskett looks and now takes it in behind. Back up top. Wong. Centering, hoping for Heskett. Now along for Belda. And this is Wong going back for it. Touches it along for Johnson. Back in behind, Glantz. Now a chance here for Winter. Fish might have gotten a piece of that. Comes in on Dresic. Bounce ahead, Winter from center. Hoists it back in, Fish back in behind, just leaves it there. Chopped on ahead. Now Gimza. And that'll do it for the opening period. 1-0 lead for the South Bay Stingrays after one period of play. And back for the start of period number 2. Taking it is Casper. He's hauled down. And Fish is going to cover up. Now Casper trying to take it. He takes it away, looks out in front, and Fish is going to cover that one up. Casper now in behind. Looks in front, saved by Fish. Now back up top, a chance. Turned away by Fish. Trying to hold it back in is Coop. Turned along Winter. Petrus, now Heskett. And Davis sends it ahead. Cruz looks in, fires, save. by Dressick. Bradley on ahead, flipped ahead by Coop. And a chance trying to step on through is Winter. And he's balled up. Glance looks, fired, save by Fish. And this one chipped ahead, kicked that there. Now brought ahead by Heskett. And unable to cover there is Dressick. Cruz. Save Dressick. Johnson keeps it in. Johnson again towards the goal, and Seigel lets it go to the corner. Took a bump from Davis. Now spins it in front, just wide. Johnson back across to the corner, kicks along, and simultaneously chipped out of play. 2 minutes gone in the second. Casper plays it along, a chance out to center. Taken there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez walks in, fires, and it's off a leg. Ricochets along, Hirsch keeps it in. Now from the corner out for Casper. Casper cutting back in, looks in front, stopped and held by Fish. Belda brings it ahead. Looks across here for Greeley. Greeley surveying. Looks in the corner, puts on the brakes. Now tries to send it in front. Chopped along there by Krieger. And steered on out to center. Touchdown back for Greeley. He's bumped into. And Bradley lost the handle, gets it back. Stefanski ahead for Winter. Winter tries to drive on by. Fish trying to cover, and he got it on the second attempt, and no further play in this one. 12 minutes to go in period 2. Bradley wraps it back. Petrus ahead. Now Auerbach. Krieger. This is Gimza. Gimza trying to cut ahead. Petrus. Now from center. Stepping on by is Gimza. And a chance there, steered ahead way by Dresic. Hoisted on ahead by Heskett. And dropped on back for Auerbach. And he fans on the patch, trying to get it around for Rodriguez. And Fortune pokes it ahead for Heskett. Heskett tries to step on by, and it's taken away by Yarbrough. Glance. Now looks in front, and a chance wouldn't go. Johnson spinning with it and sends it over the Flyer bench and out of play. 10:20 to go in the second period. And Stingrays holding on to a 1-0 lead. Hoisted along there by Cruz. Then a chance here was fired just wide. Yarbrough looks towards the goldfish, makes the save. Lance trying to get it back. Now Cruz lifts it ahead. Yarbrough gives chase. Scales it around. Now it's tie up here, Hansen. And a chance for Davis, it went just wide. Yarbrough up ahead, Glance, touches it along. And this is Casper trying to cut back in. Johnson on ahead for Greeley. Greeley tries to walk back in to the corner. Casper steers it around. Long for Hansen, he's giving a bump. And back for Seigel, touches it along for Glantz. Whips it high, Hirsch. Steer back in. Yarbrough back for it, in behind. Now tries to look in front. Mamana now takes this one.